Oh, yo, Felice, look at that. Today we're going to be talking about this book right here, Never Split the Difference. There's a very good summary or key lessons within certain chapters that we're going to go over. This might be a little long, might be a little short, so, grab some popcorn. But the first thing we're going to talk about is for chapter 2, key lessons using this chapter's tools, right? And daily life is difficult for many people because they go directly against one of society's biggest social dictums. That is be nice, aka be pushover, aka BS. You see, this book talks about why people say no, why people say certain things. For example, down the line, we're going to talk about the three yeses. You get three yeses, right? There's a counterfeit yes, there's a commitment yes, and there is there's another one, confirmation yes. But right now we're going back, okay? That is be nice. We instrumentalize niceness as a way of greasing the social wheels, yet it's often a ruse. We're polite and we don't disagree to get through daily existence with the least degree of friction, meaning a majority of people don't want confrontation. They rather be nice to get that person to get away. For example, you ever talk to a chick and she's being nice, but her body language is screaming, yo, I don't want to talk right now. Or you do the same when someone's trying to talk to you. You're like, I don't really want to talk to right now, but I'll listen. Right? That is what it's talking about. But by turning niceness into a lubricant, we've leached it of meaning. A smile and a nod might signify, get me out of here, as much as it means nice to meet you. There's no distinction. You're not able to tell who's being nice, who's not being nice, who wants to leave the situation, who doesn't want to leave the situation. Give an example, I have a few. One time at Starbucks, I was studying, and this lady was being distracted or hounded by a hobo. It was one of the hobos in Starbucks. He had his car outside, etc. Right? But he was talking to a chick, and he's in the middle. The lady's looking my way. I'm studying, but I feel like the heat coming, so I turn and look at her, and she's busy working. But she took her time to listen to this guy for 20 minutes. She's an attorney. I turned and looked, and I mouthed, "Do you need help?" And she went, "You know what I'm saying?" Now I got up. I'm a dick. I got up and said, "Hey, excuse me, you're bothering the lady." And she's like, "No, no, you're not bothering me." Like, I didn't do the suave way to get her out of the situation. Don't care. So, okay, whatever. Sat back down. And then she tried to, like, make him feel better. But for, like, another 5 to 10 minutes. And she's like, no, she just got up. She's like, okay, I gotta go. She just left. And that man felt more. He was very sad after that because she lied to him. Instead of her just telling him, look, I'm not interested right now. Talk, I'm very busy. That is what it's talking about. Being excessively nice. It's not getting you anywhere. Say what you have to say. Be like, look, I don't want to talk right now. They feel however they want to feel. It's worse to lead somebody on than to just tell them the blunt truth. Give you another example. At the gym, I see this one dude constantly talking to people, and he was talking to some guy for like over 30 minutes. I did my sets. I was almost done. And this guy just sitting there like, That guy could have told that guy, look, I don't want to talk right now. I'm working out, not right now. I had those moments. I walked in. I remember this one frat kid. He was working out. I didn't feel like talking to anybody. I say, hey, look, yo, what up? But I don't feel like talking right now. He felt however he felt. But we still were gym acquaintances. We still talked about finances. We still had classes together eventually. And we were just cool. The truth always prevails. Just because people feel a certain type of way doesn't mean they're going to stay on it forever. So, the depth of a good negotiator who gains their power by understanding their counterpart's situation and extracting information about their counterpart's desires and needs. Extracting that information means getting the other party to feel safe and control. And while it may sound contradictory, the way to get there is by getting the other party to disagree, to draw their own boundaries, and to define their desire as a function of what they do not want. As you try to put this chapter's method to use, I encourage you to think of them as the anti-nicest ruse. Not in the sense that they are unkind, but in the sense that they are authentic. Triggering no peels away the plastic falsehood of yes, gets you to what's really at stake. Along the way, keep in mind these powerful lessons. It is saying that having people say no, one, makes them feel in control. You tell somebody, hey, do you want candy? No. They feel in control. They're in control of themselves, right? So they have power. Some people just want that power. And through that, they expose their boundaries. And this is for negotiation. You're able to draw, oh, why not? What do you mean no? I'm sorry, but what do you mean no? And then they'll over explain themselves, or they just be like, no, I don't feel like eating that. And you just stay quiet. They will, human nature, they will expose themselves. I'm sure you done it. I done it. We all done it. Break the habit of attempting to get people to say yes. Being pushed for yes makes people defensive. Our love of hearing yes makes us blind to the defensiveness we ourselves feel when someone's pushing us to say it. You ever had someone say yes just to get you out of their face? You ever shot your shot at a girl and she just said, yeah, here's my number. She basically was like, yo, get out of my face. Compared to somebody else going, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What should I do? Should I do messages? Should I do contacts? You see the stark difference? Someone's excited, someone's not. You ever try to tell somebody something and they're like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. With a big smile on their face, and then you walk away like, yeah, I'm right. They got you out of your face, out of their face. You're not right. Being right gets you nothing. What does that get you? A validation within yourself. No is not a failure. We have learned that no is an anti-yes, and therefore a word to be avoided at all costs. But it really often means wait, or I'm not comfortable with that. Learn how to hear it calmly. No is not the end of negotiation, but the beginning. That's for negotiation. You could do that with law, your salary, business deals, etc. As for people, that's going to take trial and error in your reality, right? Yes is the final goal of a negotiation, but don't aim for it at the start. Asking someone for yes too quickly in a conversation. Example, do you like to drink water, Mr. Smith? Gets his guard up and paints you as an untrustworthy salesman. That one, someone asked me if I like water. I mean, I guess it makes you question, right? Like, why are you asking me? Is it not? Because the whole point is to, bring the guard down. If you're an attractive man, then and you're trying to shoot your shot, that chick, she's gonna have her guard up. Like if you're approaching, she will have her guard up, unless she has been trying, right? I don't know how it is for, and then the opposite. Yeah, you could say you could have your guard up as a man as well, because you're wondering like, why are you approaching me? Questions, right? Saying no makes a speaker feel safe, secure, and in control. So trigger it by saying what they don't want. Your counterpart defines their space and gains the confidence and comfort to listen to you. That's why is now a bad time to talk is always better than do you have a few minutes to talk. Basically, you asking is now a bad time to talk will expose their boundaries, which makes them feel in control, which lowers their guard, right? Compared to do you have a few minutes to talk, makes them go, for what? You see, it raises their guard, and now they're guarded against you, makes them more defensive. You won't get the sale, right? Or the connection. Or you could apply this for many things, apparently, in this book. And I've been trying it. Sometimes the only way to get your counterpart to listen and engage with you is by forcing them into a no. That means intentionally mislabeling one of their emotions or desire or asking a ridiculous questions. Like, it seems like you want this project to fail. That can only be answered negatively. Basically, state the negative. Oh, you like being fat? Listen, you get to say that. Oh, so you want a bunch of diabetes and everything down the future? Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. That's a good example. Oh, you want to be beaten up and abused? Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. You want to be disrespected from society? No, I don't want that. Then no, I want blah blah blah, and then they explain what they want. No, I want to be actually looked up upon by my peers and some validation while also getting attraction. That's, off the top of my head, that's a reasoning, either surface or not. Negotiation in their world, persuasion is not about how bright or smooth or forceful you are. It's about the other party convincing themselves that the solution you want is their own idea. So don't beat them with logic or brute force. Ask them questions that opens paths to your goals. It's not about you. It's about them. In negotiating, they have to realize the path. Like, damn. So if you saying going to the body, well, if you eat a lot, you're gonna get diabetes. They could be like, yeah, I know. You see, counterfeit yes. They dismissed you. They said yes to get you out of your face, and you got the yes. You're like, yeah, I feel like the best, or okay. You feel validated for being right, but it's not about you being right. It's about them coming to a realization of their own, and to that you must persuade, right? If a potential business partner is ignoring you, contact them with a clear and concise, no oriented question that suggests you are ready to walk away. Have you given up on this project? Works wonder. Have you given up on grinding? Have you given up on leveling up? Have you given up on doing better? Hey, did you just give up on fixing your life? Hey, why'd you quit? Did you suck? And then they go through their reasoning, etc. So that's a good sermon I wanted to talk about. I gave some example. First of the kind. This is a great book so far. We're going to do another part for the counterfeits or the different yeses, because that's what it goes into next chapter after that. I'm still currently reading, but try to use that. Do suggest this book. This book is only 200 pages, but that's not the point. The point is to grow as a person and see what you could take from this.